Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing IDK's not so new mixtape e.t.d.s, or Even the Devil Smiles. I say not so new because it was released back in like mid-January and I've just been very busy and have been trying to catch up lately. With that being said, I will be trying to put out videos a little more consistently. I've got a couple more reviews already written up and ready to go, so I'll be recording those over the next few days and trying to get those videos out. But enough of that. Getting into it, IDK is a rapper that was born in the UK but grew up in Maryland, and he's quite a prolific one. This is his 11th project he's released since 2015, and he's pretty versatile with his sound. He's done styles ranging from boom bap to dance and electronic to trap to sort of like backpacker rap. And his name IDK is actually a moniker or an acronym, whatever you want to call it. Standing for Ignorantly Delivering Knowledge, which I kind of like. It reminds me of KRS-One's name. Getting into the mixtape though, it is a fairly short one at only 35 minutes long, but it has about 15 tracks. It was released on January 23rd of this year, and I really like the album cover. It's an oil painting, it's like a real ugly portrait, but it's done in like a really unique and just like a really cool style. And it's one of those album covers that honestly could like be a piece of art on its own. The first track on the album is titled Jason Mills. It's a skit, and it's the only skit on the album. It begins with the automated phone call that you hear, like the recording that plays when an inmate calls you from prison. We then hear IDK accept the call, and then he tells the caller that he's going to play the mixtape for him. As then it jumps into the next track, which is sort of like really the first song. I like that the skit has music playing in the background. It's got this crescendo of string instruments playing that slowly are swelling just as the skit goes on. This takes us to the first actual song on the mixtape, titled Halo. This is one of two tracks produced by No ID, and it's got a very bouncy and fast-paced beat. This song also has an insanely catchy chorus, and the bridge has this neat piano segment that makes it feel very like cinematic and grandiose. The next track is titled Devil, and this has this incredible beat that somehow has this danceable, sort of almost club-like beat with a haunting and chilling sound to it as well. It sounds like two really weird things to mix together, but somehow it works, and it's a great beat. And IDK's flow and delivery on this track is very cocky, arrogant, and aggressive, which is a great fit as he makes references to 50 Cent's How to Rob on this track with lyrics like, I had dreams of fucking an R&B bitch, then I fucked an R&B bitch, which always makes me laugh. He also imitates the inflection in 50 Cent's voice when he says the line, don't make me go Marshall Mathers with a little bit more 50. Following that, we have the track titled P.O., which is produced by K-Tronada and features the legendary Black Thought. This track has a reggae-inspired chorus, a bass-driven beat, and Black Thought is by far the best feature on this mixtape. His verse on this track is incredible. Next up, we have the track titled Clover, which has this boom bap beat and features some of the best rapping on the entire mixtape, not only from IDK, but the features Joey Valence and Bray as well. It's an incredibly high-energy track, very intense, and it kicks off right off the bat with this soundbite from SpongeBob.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
After that, we have the track Stigma. This is a synth-heavy, super fast beat laced with police sirens and gunshots, making it very chaotic. And on top of all that, IDK's voice is incredibly modulated to sound very deep, and he's just got this very fast rapping that he's doing that just adds more fuel to the fire. Next up, we have the track COP, which has this fast drum beat and sounds very crispy due to the prominence of the snares and the hi-hats. And IDK comes through with this great flow that just fits really nicely with this fast rapping on this track. I do want to point out that for this track, IDK paired up with Eric Andre apparently for the music video, and what they did was shit out some AI slop. So they even left the Gemini logo in the screen at the bottom of the corner. So I don't know why the fuck is someone as creative and talented as IDK who paired with someone who's, Eric Andre, and the best they could come up with was, this AI bullshit. So let's all just take a moment to boo this music video, IDK, Eric Andre, and anyone involved with it. Boo! Boo. Boo. Next is going to be one of my favorite tracks on the album, Start to Finish dash STF. Not really sure why the dash STF was necessary. But this track actually has one of two posthumous features on this mixtape, with this one being DMX. Now, I normally don't like posthumous features or posthumous albums or anything like that from musicians, but IDK uses them in a very tasteful way that just works really well. And DMX, while he doesn't necessarily have like a verse or anything, just more like a little bit of the chorus, he just brings this crazy energy to the track, and that pairs well with Kaytranada's incredible booming beat. And I think it brings out arguably the best performance in IDK on this entire mixtape. Next up, we have the track titled Scary Mary, which has this very dark and eerie beat from Conductor Williams. It's very unsettling, which honestly fits the theme of the song perfectly. The track details a string of crimes that he commits on Christmas Eve, and ultimately ends with him getting arrested at home right in front of his mother for a murder that he didn't even commit. After that, we have the next track titled Cell Block Freestyle / CD On, the second No ID produced track. It's got this really interesting beat as it's mostly made up of hum, snapping, vocalizing, beatboxing, basically just noises and sounds that you can make with your body. And it has some very sharp lyricism from IDK, which just stands out great over this very minimalist beat. Next up is the track titled Flocka. It's a pretty low-key track, and it has the other posthumous feature with none other than MF Doom. Like DMX on Start to Finish, Doom's really only used in the chorus, but it works really well with the way he implemented it. The way that the recordings of Doom's voice are mixed in and then sort of bounce back and forth with IDK, it just sounds like he is right there in the studio with him. It's incredible. It really speaks to the production on this track and really just overall the entire mixtape in general. Next, we have the track titled Misogynistical. This track sort of details three different parts of his life, starting with when he's in prison and his girlfriend actually broke up with him. Then it fast forwards to him getting out of prison and, life is good. He reminisces about Instagram being new, Chief Keef being hot, and he's just getting to hook up with all of these different women. Then fast forwarding even further down the road, he's a little more matured, he's settled down, and he sees an old friend online and sees they're getting married, and it turns out that it's his first love that dumped him in prison. Sonically, it's not a bad song. I like the beat. I like IDK's delivery, but the lyrics are pretty cliche and the story is just kind of, it's pretty generic and predictable, I would say. Next is the track titled Life for a Life, featuring Pusha T. I actually made a video on that when it first came out, so you can go watch that. Then we have the next track called Everyone Knows, Smiley Face. I'll put the title down here so you know what it looks like. It's kind of weird. This and the last track have kind of weird titles with smiley and frowny faces. This track actually features the RZA. It's not produced by him, but he's just kind of doing some vocals in the chorus. Also, shout out to Wu-Tang Clan for getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame pretty recently. That's awesome. The track is very relaxing and chill with this beat that's made up of a smooth guitar loop and bass line. And the track has incredibly witty bars from IDK about staying true to himself. And that's really what the track is all about, it's saying stay true to yourself and just be real because everyone can tell when you're a fraud. And finally, we have the last track on the mixtape, which is another weird title one, Scrambled Eggs TBC Frowny Face. I'll again put it down here so you can see it. On this track, we get another stripped down and fairly haunting beat from Conductor Williams as IDK details his rough past and uncertain future. This is a very introspective track that actually ends with the words "to be continued," suggesting that this self-reflection is ongoing, as it should be. You're never too old and you're never too smart to look inward and do some self-examination. But overall, this is an incredible mixtape. I love it. It's got a stacked feature list, a ton of great producers. It's very creative and it's pretty cohesive. Like, it's thematically consistent for a mixtape especially. And this mixtape provides a lot of variety in its sound with the production as well as just the various styles of rapping. But those are my thoughts on this mixtape. I think it's incredible. It has been out for about 4 months now, so I'm not surprised if maybe you've already heard it. I am trying to play catch up, so I did want to shout out a couple other albums that I've been listening to that came out around this time in January of this year. The first of which being probably one of the best albums of the year and might end up honestly being one of the best albums of the decade, and that's My Ghost Go Ghost by the duo By Storm. It's got this mind-melding production that's very innovative and super introspective lyrics that just are so emotional, so vulnerable. It's an incredible project. Next is the most recent Aaliyah's Interlude album that came out in January. I can't get through the name without laughing at least a little bit, but it's titled Cuntology 101. But it's just this innovative and very catchy dance music that simultaneously captures this like 2000s aesthetic. And finally is the EP So Much Country Till We Get There by West Side Cowboy. It's really short but sweet. It's only about 15 minutes long, but it's a great listen. It's about half indie alternative rock and half folk, but it just has this very soothing and mellow Americana sound to it overall. That's all I got for you this video. Thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.